Yes, President Trump recently said that Dr. Fauci made a lot of mistakes, and White House economic advisor Peter Navarro in an op-ed wrote that Dr. Fauci has been wrong about everything. The White House is denying that this is some sort of coordinated effort to discredit Dr. Fauci. And my understanding is that the president spoke to Dr. Fauci sometime this week. What are your thoughts about what is going on and why or why not the president is trying to distance himself from Dr. Fauci?
Well, the president spoke to Dr. Fauci just yesterday, I am told, and they jumped all over Peter Navarro for publishing that op-ed, which they insist he didn't get permission to run. But that op-ed is very consistent with what others at the White House have been saying in recent days and in fact, weeks about Dr. Fauci. In fact, Dan Scavino, who is as you know, is the Deputy Chief of Staff for Communications and maybe among the top 2 or 3 closest advisors to the president in the White House, tweeted out a cartoon mocking Fauci, but they're trying to put, they're trying to say that there really isn't tension here. I spoke with a very high-ranking former Republican elected official who told me, and this is an exact quote, if the president doesn't listen to Dr. Fauci, he's a damn fool. This is somebody who has dealt with Fauci in a previous time in government, and the president's hearing a variation from that message, from others, Republicans in Congress. So I think they're walking it back a bit. They realize that as this pandemic gets worse, you may not like Fauci's tendency to bluntly tell the truth, but he is the leading expert on this issue. You cannot sideline him.
Jon, as a journalist, what do you think about this huge story of my friend Barry Weiss quitting the New York Times? She was bullied by her colleagues for having a different point of view. In her resignation letter, she said in part, quote, showing up for work as a centrist at an American newspaper should not require bravery. She clearly sees a pattern of media bias. Can you understand where she's coming from and why a lot of Americans have a lot of distrust for our media?
Well, I thought it was a powerful letter. I don't know her resignation letter. I don't know what exactly the environment is like there on the Times op-ed page. I mean, there are conservatives and centrists that do get published in the Times op-ed, but I thought she raised some really important issues about, I think it's important for people to be exposed to views that challenge their own. I sometimes, when I go out and talk to folks around the country, if I'm talking to Democrats, I say, every once in a while, take a step back, tune in and watch a little Fox News. Get a little sense of where the other side is coming from. And I say the same thing, when I'm talking to conservatives. Take a little time, look at what watch Rachel Maddow from time to time. Get a sense of what the other side is saying, and see if you can understand. Maybe your opinion will change. Maybe you'll come out of it more convinced that you're in the right. But we shouldn't be afraid to be exposed to opinions that challenge our own, to views that challenge our own.
Now, Ivanka Trump is facing backlash after tweeting a photo of herself holding up a can of Goya beans. The tweet included Goya's slogan, if it's Goya, it has to be good. And in Spanish, si es Goya, tiene que ser bueno. I think it is pretty clear that that's a violation of federal ethical rules. How does this play politically?
I mean, you'd think you're watching The Onion, reading a story in The Onion, seeing that. When
Yeah.
I thought maybe it wasn't real when somebody sent it to me, and then you have the president posing with Goya products. I mean, it's strange. It does seem to be a clear violation. I mean, look at that. I mean, is that real? Is that photoshopped? It's actually real. Will it matter politically? I don't know. You remember Kellyanne Conway got in a little bit of trouble early on when she was, touting Ivanka's product line in the White House briefing room, and she got cited for a violation of the Hatch Act, which prohibits such things. But there were no actual consequences.